In the heart of America, in the quiet, unassuming city of Duplin, Missouri, a story unfolded that asks us to look beyond what we see. It's a story not of magic or myth, but of a quiet, undeniable miracle that stood against hatred and destruction. Some say miracles don't happen in our modern world, that they are stories from a time long ago. But what if a miracle happened just a decade ago? What if a sacred book survived an inferno, not by chance, but by a power far greater than any fire? This story starts, like many do, with a catastrophe. In May of 2011, a force of nature so violent it defies imagination ripped through Duplin. It was an EF5 tornado. It leveled homes, splintered trees, and erased landmarks. In its path of destruction lay the humble mosque of the Islamic Society of Duplin. The building was completely destroyed, vanished, as if it had never been there. The Muslim community, a vibrant thread in the city's fabric, stood heartbroken, looking at a flattened field where their spiritual home once stood. But from this terrible loss, something beautiful bloomed. The people of Duplin, a community built on grit and neighborly kindness, rushed to help. Christian churches opened their doors for prayer, local charities donated funds, and people of all backgrounds grabbed hammers and saws to help their neighbors rebuild. This was not a story of division, but of unity. A new mosque rose from the very ground of the old one, and it was built not just with wood and steel, but with a foundation of shared kindness. Can you imagine that? To see something you cherish destroyed, only to watch your entire community help you build it back, stronger than before. It was a time of immense hope. The new mosque was more than a building. It was a testament to the fact that good people can overcome even the most destructive of natural forces. But human cruelty is a different kind of storm. In July 2012, an unsettling shadow fell. Someone tried to burn the mosque. A small, cowardly fire on the roof was quickly put out. For a moment, the community shivered with fear, but then pushed it away, holding on to the hope that had rebuilt their home. They wanted to believe the darkness had passed. They were wrong. Weeks later, in the dead of night, the fire returned. This time, it was a raging inferno. The flames danced against the black sky, consuming the wood and steel of their new sanctuary. As the community watched, the building collapsed into a smoking pile of ashes. The fire had done what the tornado could not. It had been an act of deliberate hatred. Their sacred home was gone. The quiet hope that had fueled their rebuilding efforts seemed extinguished. But even in the deepest darkness, some flames refused to be put out. As the sun came up, casting a dim light on the heartbreaking scene, mosque members gathered. Their grief was heavy, but a small group began to search. They were not looking for money or belongings. They were looking for a sign that their faith was not defeated. Imagine the tension in that moment. The smell of smoke and wet ashes hanging in the air. The silence broken only by the quiet shuffling of feet. One of the members, Brother Imran, knelt down, his hands sifting through the blackened wood and soot. He was searching in the place where the library used to be. The heat had been intense. Nothing should have survived, but as his hands moved through the debris, they touched something solid. He pulled it out. It was a book. His breath caught in his throat. It was a Qur'an. The book was blackened and singed. The cover was burned and the edges of the pages were charred. But as he carefully opened it, a gasp went through the small group gathered. It was unbelievable. The pages inside were pristine. The holy words, the text, were untouched by the fire. The fire had burned the outside, but it could not touch what was inside. Think about that moment. The world had conspired to destroy this place of worship. A tornado first, and then an arsonist fueled by hatred. And yet, this single sacred text was protected. If you were standing there, what would you have felt? Would your heart have filled with awe? Would you have felt a power beyond human understanding? Share your thoughts in the comments below. What do you think this miracle meant for the community and for people everywhere? The news of the unburnt Quran traveled far beyond Duplin. The image of the burned book with its perfect pages became a global symbol. It was a beacon of light in a world that can often feel dark. It showed the world that faith cannot be destroyed by fire. It proved that hatred, no matter how strong, is no match for divine protection. The story was not over. The community of Duplin, once again, was moved to act. But this time, they weren't just rebuilding with hope. They were rebuilding with the power of a miracle to guide them. Donations and support came from all over the world. The new mosque was built to last, a testament to what is possible when faith is strong. Today, the mosque stands tall and bright. Inside, in a place of honor, is the unburnt Quran. Its charred cover tells the painful story of what they endured, but its perfect pages tell the powerful, unchanging story of a faith that survives every trial. This story reminds us that even when our hopes are turned to ashes, there can be a promise in the fire. It teaches us that what truly matters is what lies within. What does this story mean to you? Please let us know in the comments below. And if this story of hope and resilience resonated with you, consider subscribing to our channel for more stories that will inspire and uplift you. Thank you for watching.